What's going on, guys and gals? Bonafide Hustler here, coming to you live from my garage. It's kind of cold in here, so tough to breathe a little bit. But anyways, okay, so I'm here. It's cold in Austin, Texas this morning, and this video is going to be about all the cool things I found from the garage sales this morning. I went with College Picker, my brother, his girlfriend, and I also went with a subscriber named Dennis. So anyways, shout out to Dennis. It was a lot of fun. We closed off the day with some tacos, but I want to show you guys the things that I found today. And surprisingly enough, a lot of the things I found out today really belong in my antique booth. And there are a couple other things that belong on eBay, and we're going to look at that here in a second. And then there's one thing that I am so, I don't know if happy is the word, but I'm really proud of finding this thing because it's really hard to find. I don't even know what the comps would be, and I'm going to need your help in helping, assess a price to this thing. So that's what's going down for the show today. I'm the Bonafide Hustler. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel on a part-time basis. I'm flipping things that I find from garage sales, estate sales, yard sales, flea markets, pawn shops, swap meets, and big box stores. And I'm putting it on places like eBay, Amazon, Craigslist, my antique booth, and consignment stores in town. So I'm one of the owners of the greenroomuniversity.com. It is the second link down below. So, let's definitely check that out if you get a chance. And then the first link down below is going to be our awesome 100 amazing items to resell guide, which surprisingly we were talking to the subscriber in the car today about. And he was like, yeah, that's a great guide. So many good things in there. Love it. And he was a guy with only 6 months of experience under his belt. So anyways, if you do want to collab with me on my channel, right, or if you want to do a ride along in Austin, Texas, please hit me up on Bonafide Hustler Facebook. Okay, so in no real particular order, I kind of want to show you the things that I found today, and you're going to kind of understand, like, damn, like, he can really move some of this stuff in his booth. He really found some cool stuff, and you're about to see some interesting things. All right, at a garage sale, I couldn't pass this thing up. It's really heavy. It's a barrel, right? It's just a simple barrel. It's not one of the big ones, but it's one of the normal size ones right here. I didn't take this thing out. I don't want to, but I know there's no liquid in it. But in the antique booth, I could more than likely get 50 to 100 bucks for this thing. I paid $5 for it. I didn't even talk the guy down because, it's a really, really good price already, and I thought it was really fair, but I did beat him up on a couple other prices, right? I'm gonna have to. So anyways, I got this barrel. What do you guys think about that? If you're not into antique booths or stuff, at least we can agree that that would be a good home decoration or something outside, maybe right outside your front door, something that you could put groceries on as you unlock your front door. There's all kinds of things that people can do with these barrels outside of actually putting liquid into them. So, and by the way, I'm assuming that I sound good, and I never did the sound test, so please let me know if you can hear me. That is so important. And if you're watching this show right now, it says live, there's a comment feed that you can comment on as well. So anyways, that's what I'm saying. Adam A517 says $5 is more than fair for a barrel, and this thing is heavy. It probably weighs like 20 pounds. So I thought it was pretty good, right? And by the way, someone is Swamp Picker, who's Glenn. I've met him in real life. He's awesome. He's in the feed right now saying, who else had a good day picking? Did you go out today? How did it go, right? Do you live in a warmer climate where you had a great day? Here in Austin, Texas, surprisingly enough, no competition today. Plenty of garage sales to go around. And when I woke up this morning and I headed out, it was 38 degrees. And I was in a down jacket. It was cold, but you know what? For some reason, when I'm so excited and I'm doing something that I love, some of these extra things that are going on, really, I don't process them like normal people do. Like, it's cold. Yeah, I have a down jacket. I don't feel a single thing. My hands don't freeze. I'm excited to go hustling. I'm excited to go picking. And so some of these things that might affect other people, like, that doesn't affect me. Like, I'm really pumped up. It's like a Christmas morning kind of thing. So anyways, let me show you guys one of the other finds. College Picker found this for me for 50 cents. I thought it was pretty good. It's an old retro Thunderbirds hat for, I think, the F-16s. It's like the Thunderbirds are like the F-16 version of the Blue Angels, which are F-18 Hornets. So there you go. Thunderbirds, pretty awesome. A nice little hat. I'm probably going to ask like 10 to 20 in the booth for this. I kind of wish it still had its structure, right? Because if it had more structure to it, a little bit more baseball or trucker hat looking, it is a snapback. I could probably command about 20 to 30 bucks for it. But since it's kind of laid flat in a box, it kind of sucks. So maybe I can, sculpt it back to normal. We'll see. I doubt I can, but if I can, I could probably command about 20 bucks in the booth for this. We're going to be seeing a lot of booth things today because just some of the days are like that, right? You go out, you hustle, and you realize, oh, I've popped on more Amazon things than normal. Sometimes you go out, oh, I found a bunch of great things for eBay, right? And today, the vast majority of the things I'm going to show you belong to the booth, but there's some really good stuff that you're going to be like, holy crap, like that goes to eBay, right? So College Picker popped on this. He did a blind buy, so he's assuming that it is worth some good coin. He looked at the top. He's like, have you ever seen a a racquetball racket that looks like this. So, you know, he did a blind buy, Ectalon, actually a really good brand. It's really light too. It's called a Red 2700. So if you guys are out in the show right there, want to look it up for him and help him out, let us know. I think he spent like $1 on that thing. So really nothing lost, but it is a pretty snazzy looking racket with some really interesting hole designs on the side. Maybe for weight reduction, string tension, I don't know. Adam A517 saying, smash the like button, everybody. That's right. If you're learning things from my shows, you know, make sure you hit the like button. It's so important. Not only does it drive more shows, it drives me to like be confident enough to like bring you some more content. It's just a good gesture, and it takes like 1 second. So like, make sure you hit the like button if you like the content. All right, I won't bring this up to the camera, but right here we have a non-working Zenith AMFM high fidelity vintage radio, probably from the 60s or something like that, maybe the 70s. She said it sounds good if you can tune it to a station, but the tuning button's kind of busted. Now that doesn't matter because I popped on it for $5, and for $5, I can put things in my booth like untested. I can put things in my booth, right? That's are just like not working. It's not a little tag. You just put Zenith, you know, AM/FM radio not working, like that. And a person just looks at that and goes, shoot, I know exactly what's wrong. You know, potentiometer or this or that needs some cleaning. They'll take care of it. I'll probably ask somewhere between $30 and $50 for that thing right there. So that was a pretty like good no-brainer kind of pickup. Now the main reason why I'm doing this haul directly after garage selling, which happened 2 hours ago, is because I am getting much faster at purging this stuff out. Like I want this stuff in my car today, like within an hour in my car, ready for the booth tomorrow, right? I could have dropped it off in the booth today, but that's not the right thing to do as a content creator and someone that's in YouTube land as a thrifter. I have to be cognizant to train you guys and like, you know, show you guys what I'm finding. I think it's only fair, instead of like maybe bringing this to the booth on Tuesday or Wednesday of next week, I want to bring it to the booth tomorrow and get it out of the way and get my money rolling. So that's the reason why you're seeing this video right now. Jen Tex 512. We still have to do a ride along, by the way. Chris, how late in the year do you think ATX still has garage sales? I have found stellar things up until December. I found great things in January. I mean, there are no real rules, but the common rule is if you go out when nobody's out, you're probably going to find some really cool stuff with zero competition, which is what we had happen this morning. So, you know, I've gone out the Saturday after Thanksgiving, right? And zero people out, you know, crushing it, making $500 here, $800 there on certain things. You know, it's just one of those things. Now, the secret thing that I'm so pumped up about is right here. And we're going to look at that probably the last part of the show. You can take a guess what it is. It is freaking killer. It's not my size. I'm really pissed about it because if it was my size, I would totally have bought it. I mean, totally have kept it, right? I clearly bought it already. Let's talk about more stuff for the booth. I popped on this for $8, okay? Want to hit the ground, but $8, no brainer for me. Being in a booth, I have a ton of Pearl Snap shirts. They sell all the time. But the majority of the Pearl Snap shirts are men's, right? And I'm like, I know there are women that are cruising around the antique mall looking for good Pearl Snap shirts. So I found 6 at a garage sale, right? Yep, there's 6 here. And we have brands like Cowgirl, nothing crazy right there. Cruel Girl, okay, there's still Pearl Snaps. Ariat, that's pretty good. It's a bootmaker. Pretty nice looking shirt right there. I spent $8 for all these, right? Panhandle Slim. Now, this is a good brand right there. All right, that's a great brand. That's a cherry brand right there. Cumberland Outfitters, not that great, you know, but still a Pearl Snap shirt. And then another Panhandle Slim right there with some red buttons. So killer finds, $8. Each one of these is going to go for about 15 to 22, something like that. Maybe the Panhandles are going to be closer to $25. What are you doing? There's somebody on the ground here. I don't know what he's doing. So that's that. Are you in the frame? Hey, Eric, talk to them.
Did you already do this?
No, I haven't done that. Not yet. This one. Do this one first. All right. Tell them.
I mean, the value on this isn't that great. It's just a Patagonia. This is what, Henley? When there's like 3 buttons here, I think it's a Henley.
Yeah, it could be.
Like a Henley style. It's made in the USA. It's my size, and it's going to keep me from freezing in the van. It was $1. The value resale is probably only about $12 to $18. Not that much, but it was $1.
Yeah, that's good stuff. That's usually when you find Capoline stuff like that, it's usually a keeper. Like
it's a made in the USA, kind of my size. So it's a Patagonia for $1.
All right, so talk about this one.
What was this? So this was a brand new in box. It's actually a trombone. If you watch my channel, you know what a trombone is. It was $2. I asked the guy how much they paid for it. Straight up, I always like to ask the people, like, extract information if possible. That like saves me time. So I was like, yo, how much did you guys pay for this? And they said they paid $100 for it, and it was just too complicated to set up. They bought 2 of them. This is the one that they didn't even open, but they did open it because that was open. So I looked real quick. Everything was sealed. Didn't even check it on Amazon. Didn't even check it on eBay. Restricted on Amazon, which is why it's a trombone. But it goes for about 30 to 40 on eBay. So I just listed it in the car as is, brand new, and hopefully somebody buys it. All my stuff's listed already. I did this all in the car. Dementium 2. This is a Nintendo DS game. I got this tip from Brock Parks, actually. He said Nintendo plus mature is usually pretty hard to find, which is very true because Nintendo's a very family-friendly kiddie game kind of thing. And this is like a Japanese horror. Like, it's awfully horrible. Just looking at it, I knew this was going to be a score. I did look it up at the garage sale just to double check, and it's about a $28 game, the Dementium 2. I got that for $2. And Okami Den, which is a Capcom game. Capcoms usually have a good following. Okami Den, never heard of either of these games, but for $2 a piece, I did look them up. This one's about I think a $15 or $20 game. This one's almost a $25 to $30 game on Amazon.
Cool. Same place you found that, I found this, right? I scanned it. I was restricted for this big set, and this set's going for about 50 or 70 if you're not restricted on Amazon and you're going through FBA. So I decided, you know, maybe barcode scan it, and you can do that with eBay. If you look at the top right, there's a little camera looking thing. You can say scan by barcode or scan by picture or whatever. So I scanned that with the eBay app, and they're coming up $50 to $57 all day. History of Rock and Roll DVD set. What are you jumping on, man?
Dude, coins are just falling out of my pocket.
I keep doing that, man. Like, make money for my floor here.
CrossFit.
All right, so what we have right there is a. There we go.
You're gonna get me like
that was a $7 fine or $8 fine this morning. Basically, it's a CrossFit jump box.
It's actually really well made.
Oh yeah, for sure. More than likely made by a company called Fringe Fitness here in Austin.
Yeah. All the joints are really smooth. The screws are sunk in. It's really nice wood. Perfect dimensions. Yeah. Perfect for jumping on and off of boxes.
So basically, CrossFit jump box, a plyo box, you can call it, right? Plyometric box. Those run between 80 and about 120ish for a wood one. They make other ones that are like rectangle looking, so like you can jump on it in the rectangular form, or you can stand the rectangle up and jump on it. It's a little higher. So those exist too. This is just a single. It's probably like a 20-inch or something like that. So anyways, that's the CrossFit box right there. Look for them in your town, but if you're going to move them, sell them locally. I'll attempt to send this one.
Wait, you're not sending this in FBA?
No. I'm going to sell this one locally, and I'm going to jump on it for about a year, right? But I'll sell it after that.
Oh, my God. How many times? We should do it. How many times can you jump on a box?
Oh, God. Yeah.
Time lapse.
Anyway, so that's that. Yeah, I couldn't pass that thing up. That's pretty awesome. Let's talk about...
No,
hold on. Not that yet. We'll talk about this. This was pretty much a no-brainer. In my booth, I have 4 of these, so I'll just show you 2 of them. But in my booth, Antlers sell really, really well. I could get about 20 or more for each one of these, and people in the booth buy them as long as they're not completely oxidized and what do you call it, porous, when they're like the holes start getting into them. These are still nice and they haven't been left outside.
Antler wear and tear.
Anyway,
I actually saw these, and I was like, Chris, I remember your video. I remembered a video from him before we actually met up in real life, IRL, where he was talking about antlers. And I've always been on the lookout for them in Florida, but I haven't really found them as easily here. Florida, we do hunt, but I don't think we're as big of hunters as Texas. Oh. Y'all are huge hunters, yeah. So I saw these, and I was like, it just reminded me of like Bonafide Hustler circa 2012.
$1 each, right? $1
each. A piece.
They're going to fetch 15 to 20 or 15 or more in my booth. People use them for chewing toys for their dogs, like dog chew things, or the handles of like a hatchet or a knife or something like that.
Or decoration, yeah. People turn them into pipes, like a whole ton of things.
A lot of people will take these, spray paint them like silver, and they'll leave it as a centerpiece in a table.
These 2 go together.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
That's the skull right there.
Oh, this one goes together too. Look at
that. I didn't even know that.
Look. Shut up. This one goes together.
This is actually the skull of the same animal. So.
Wow. Dude, this one goes together too, man. Check it out. Look, this one goes together.
I'm gonna shank you on camera.
All right, let's get some of the. Let's get the let's get the really good thing out of the way, and then I'll show you the thing I'm most excited about today, okay? So let's do the
Did you show them it's full of whiskey?
No, it's not full of whiskey. Don't do that, dude. Don't pull the plug on the freaking camera.
Could be money in there.
Yeah, it could be
cheese
whiskey on the ground.
Could be cheddar in there.
Okay, so let's get that thing out. This was a freaking.
You gotta do the sound effects. Batman.
All right. They look awesome. There are 5 of them. I negotiated a deal for $5. Now, anytime that you see this one manufacturer already, what do we have? A
Demarine.
Yeah, Demarine. Here you go. So we got a Demarine right here. You start seeing this manufacturer in the bats. I mean, this is probably, you don't have to sit there and look up every single one right there at the yard sale.
Unless you want to.
I would highly, at $5, like you just save your time and go to the next garage sale. You see this one alone right here. It's probably worth like 40.
Yeah, these are adult softball bats, BB Core era, not the aluminum ones. These are all BB Core carbon bats or whatever. So they have it. They're not gonna ping. They're gonna be dead and everything's gonna be dead on them. But they're so modern to where there is gonna be a market for them.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, my brother, he doesn't really take the time to clean them. And it doesn't take long to clean them. You can do barkeeper's friend on this thing and turn this thing into a really pristine bat within minutes, and it will look so much better on an eBay picture. So if you get a chance, clean your bats just a little bit with a semi-abrasive cloth, tiny bit abrasion, right?
This one's got a bunch of dirt on
it.
it.
Take that
that
stuff off,
I don't
man.
care. I just sell it. But yeah, you could clean it up for pictures.
It doesn't take long. You just get a wet rag, put a little bit of that barkeeper's friend on it, go up and down this thing, and then you take it off once it's been, oxidized, and it's done. It looks perfect. So anyways, yeah, this is Batman stuff right here.
Every bat has a model number, and you always can just look it up by the model number. It's like a barcode, basically. You can just plug into eBay, Amazon, or just into Google to see what it sold for new, if it's current, if it has a resale, if it has a comp market or whatever. But yeah, these are all solid. Like, bats aren't cheap, and there's not really cheap bat companies, I don't think, because it's like,
no,
it's all adult sports. There's no like really cheap tiers. There's like middle and then like super high. There's no like mega cheap. Bilda Wall says barkeeper's friend rocks. Real quick, I was just cruising around hustling today. Oh, sold something else. Oh, that's a good sale. Oh my gosh, I know that one's a good sale. You see it? Your computer did cha-ching now. Yeah, I did.
It's right here, actually. It's sitting right there. My guess is that thing sold for $150. That was a $1 fine. Anyways,
1 to 1.
It just sold, like literally just now. That's not what we're talking about. This right here, there are a pair of Z-Coil shoes in here. It's part of the 100 Amazing Items to Resell guide. It's one of the items in there.
I think I actually wrote it on Z-Coils.
$5 into this thing, $69.99, sitting in here, sold today. So check that out. But I had a really awesome sale come through right when we were just talking. So
I wrote the chapter.
That was sick.
This is a decent racket. It's about $50.
And by the way, if you guys want to know what the sale is, I'll just give you a hint. It's a spy plane. So if you watch my videos and you're a big fan of my channel, the spy plane just sold just now. If you know what I'm talking about. Okay. This is the thing that I'm so pumped up about, to the point where I'm going to probably research and try to figure out not only how much this thing is worth, but how I can get myself one, because I like it that much. So Melissa Francis says, what sold? Share. I will share it in the green room right after this video. I'll put a picture and a link and everything. So yeah, I think it was, what did I pay for that thing? It wasn't $1. Actually, I think it was like $5.
I don't know.
It was $5. My guess is it sold for about $140, $150. Because my store's on sale too. I'm trying to think the last price I put it on eBay for. Anyways, so it's a really good turnaround. It's sitting in a box right here. This is what I'm most excited about today. And feel it. Did you feel it yet?
I didn't.
Do you get why I'm like so excited about that thing now?
It's old.
Yeah, but like it's not a jacket, but it's not a shirt.
Yeah.
It's like really awesome. It's a 12-ounce, kind of like a light jacket, but certainly not a pearl snap shirt. Even though it has pearl snaps on it, it's not a pearl snap shirt. Okay.
I have been a smoker.
That's all good. It's gonna be awesome. I have Febreze and everything.
Yeah, we got Febreze a little bit.
But this is what I'm most excited about, because this reminds me of this amazing store in Durango, Colorado, where I was like 5 weeks ago, that had nothing but the baddest clothing on earth. And this right here, to me, is a $100 or $200 piece of clothing, like pretty quickly.
You think?
It's a shirt, dude. I'm telling you right now, like this is not
just
that
by
common.
feel, not even by comps.
Just by comment, just by feel, I know it is.
Not even by comps, really.
I mean, you have to
I wouldn't have
see
said
it.
that. No.
It's so neat. It's beyond hipster, lumberjack, all that stuff. It's beyond all that. It is that neat. It's tight, right?
Yeah.
It's like a
well, I'm over a flannel, but I definitely look hip.
Yeah, it's like a shirt jacket. It's so neat. Melissa Francis, yes. I'll show you in the green room. But yeah, this thing is beautiful. Look at it. I mean, it's amazing. And I'm telling you right now, this is not current day stuff because you can tell by the tag as well. Like it's not current day. This is definitely, like you said, probably retro vintage era. Shout out to Rally Roots.
Yeah, I'm about to go Superman travel.
But isn't it? It's neat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
I feel like a farmer kind of.
Yeah. I'm telling you, too, when I touched this thing, I was like, all right, I gotta have one for myself.
It has to be a different type of denim blend.
It's a 12 ounce.
They must have changed the formula.
Yeah, I tried to look for comps. It's like really hard to find it. Yeah, I'm telling you. So
yeah. Ooh. Whoa.
No.
Speaking of smoker.
Shit, I thought you were gonna pull out some cash.
No. Speaking of smoke, John F. Kennedy. Whoa, this probably dates this actually.
Whoa,
what, to the 70s?
seriously?
Yeah.
That was in there?
Yeah. That totally dates this. He was the 70s president, right?
1,000.
Or was he late 60s? I don't know.
Collect stamps, 1,000 stamps, only $3. Worth over what? This is so weird. He just found this in the actual like pocket.
Homeboy Farmer was definitely a cigarette smoker.
Oh my God. So that definitely probably dates it. You're right. Like this is getting back there. This is like now 70s at this point, right? So I thought this was pretty interesting. She sold it to me for, what did I pay for that thing?
I got a bundle deal for like
it was like
$6
really,
or $7.
it was really cheap. I couldn't believe it. So anyways, I popped on it. It was such a good deal. Like this thing right here is probably going to be, to me, my favorite thing of the whole entire haul. I love fast flip stuff. I love, like what I just sold today while I was doing the show. I love stuff like that. I love eBay. I love
Actually,
Amazon.
fits pretty good. You sure you want to get?
But I love this thing. Look at you.
I think it should come to Cali.
That's the kind of shirt that's going to age like 20, 30 years, like no problem. Look badass like the whole time. You put it with a pair of like, corduroy or khaki pants or like.
Or like a Morona lumberjack.
Like the way it looks good, it looks good right here. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
I don't see my bottom half though.
So, anyways, that's what I'm thinking. And these are pearl stamps, but they're bigger pearl stamps. They're much larger than normal pearl stamps. So what I'm trying to tell you guys is, if you're not here, you don't get the. I mean, it's just a tight, tough piece of cotton, right? Yeah. Bill DeWall says, my guess is 70. I'm going to hold out for this one.
If a moth tried to bite this, the moth would probably break its teeth.
Hey, someone said, no, these matchbooks were out in the 2000s. Okay, so maybe they were. But either way, I'm still going to look it up.
This font, no way. Really?
Got some bleed and everything to it. We'll see.
We'll see. Mail matches.
1960s is what Donna Wester says.
The font totally does not look current on this.
Not at all.
That font does not look current, unless it's a really good retro.
I almost forgot to show them like all the other cool stuff I bought. $2, this mailbox. Now you might be thinking you're crazy, Bonafide. No way. Hey, it's a metal green mailbox that's so old school. Back in the day, mailboxes are like this. It's got the perfect stuff right here. So people with Austin houses that have like gray walls or whatever, and they want this perfect mailbox right by the front door, it's nice. It's not some world market thing or anything like that. It's a nice little
no Pier 1 imports.
Nope. It's a nice mailbox. I think I can honestly get $20 to $30, right? So that's that.
Pull a calendar out of here that dates this thing.
Yeah.
I mean, you probably could date it right here with the way that this is punched out, but I'm not a metallurgist, so I don't know.
All this fashion talk, when are we going to see Bonafide's crates? What does that mean?
Because state crates.
Huh?
Because Nicole State, she's doing state crates.
What's that?
Where I was telling you about it, I think yesterday, where she's like mailing clothes to people, like it's a monthly subscription.
Cool. Wow.
I don't think you have enough volume to do that, but
yeah,
it's a really cool business model.
I'm not into clothing as much as Nicole State, although she's monstrous in the clothing.
You're probably like a 5% clothing hustler.
Yeah, probably. Last thing that I want to show you guys, there's 4 pairs of boots in here. I bought it for $20. For me and my booth, boots sell so well in the antique booth that I have to always constantly keeping them in stock. So I'm going to show you the best pair in here, the best 2 pairs, because the other ones aren't anything crazy to like talk about. But here we have some Dan Post. It's a great brand, single color, normal leather cowboy boots with some cobwebs. Hey, premium for the cobwebs. Probably needs to be, doesn't need to be resold. This right here is probably a $35 to $40 pair of boots, right? So part of the $20 deal. I'm going to show you the better ones. This is the one that really made me want to do the deal. These are some Justin boots with, I believe, snakeskin or lizard accents on top of normal leather, right? So check these out. Now these are super cool, right? Women's. Someone help me. What's the heel of this called again? It's not. Is it roper? I don't know. Anyway, so we bend it. Very important. Take a look right here in the main crease. Make sure nothing's split. I'm bending it. Nothing's split. This looks really good. I don't even need to go over it with any leather conditioner. Now I know one of these little hoops that you have to put your finger through, when you're putting your foot through the boot. One of those is broken on this side. I don't think it really matters because this is the kind of boot that's, you know, probably in my booth, 40 or 50 bucks like all day, maybe even more. So this is one of the ones I was making my main play on right here. And all these other ones are just kind of complementary hustles that go with this one. So I like it. Cuban heel is what someone's saying. Maybe it's Cuban heel. I don't know, but you can check out the heel. This is definitely not a men's boot, okay? But that heel.
That does look like a Cuban heel.
Gentex 512 says, what size are these? That's a good question. These are 8As, so these are narrows.
It's got some lizard or snake on it.
That's what I'm saying. I thought it was lizard or snake. See, we read each other's mind a lot.
I went inside to work on my vlog. I did not hear anything about that.
Yeah, these are 8As, so that would be.
I'd say lizard. Yeah.
So it's an 8 narrow, right? 8A narrow. B&M is
I'll get it
medium or normal size, right? E or double E is going to be wides. So Styles 1270. Someone look up Styles 1270 with Justin boots. The problem with Justin boots or Tony Lama's when you put those 4-digit codes in, you know, there's so many people that abuse these numbers on eBay that it brings up so many things.
It's so easy to identify with that style number.
Anyways,
plug that in.
I thought it was a pretty killer pair. Like maybe I'm the only person that's like, you know, I live in Texas, so I think this stuff is really cool. But just trust me, if you're running a vintage booth, like I've even been to California to, you know, antique booths in North Carolina, and they all have boots. Like boots seem to sell from coastline to coastline, right? So that's pretty neat. And of course, these are a little bit taller than most. These are like mid-calf.
Got a little fashion to it.
Yeah, definitely neat. Look how tall these things are. So it's like most booths would talk about right here. It's an extra, like this is mid-calf maybe, or it could be complete calf. Who knows? If you're a shorter girl, maybe. But thought it was pretty neat. Gentex 512, too big for you. Hey, if they were your size, I would totally sell them to you. But anyways, so this is pretty interesting. Entertaining says Gonzo59. Hit the like button. Thanks a lot, Gonzo. Like that's pretty cool of you. For always reminding me. My people remind me to like ask people to hit the like button.
I got rid of him from that, but that's not a big deal if somebody's getting.
That's what I was saying. Like this is the pull tab, so you can put the boot on, but like no one cares.
Somebody ripped that, but it's like, yeah, your jeans will come over that anyways. It doesn't even matter.
Boots. So that's pretty much the haul today. I always forget to show you guys something, always. But let me see. Oh yeah, the big thing that sold, which I'll show in the green room after this, is sitting.
Are you gonna open up, or are you
gonna? No, I can't. It's like perfectly in here. It's sitting in here right here. Okay. What's sold for hopefully like 140, 150 is sitting in this box. It's gonna go out hopefully today, if I can get it stamped up and ready to go. But that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions, I'll stick around for like 1 or 2 minutes with College Picker. Hit us with some questions. Let's do it.
Someone asked when my contract starts. It starts on the 7th of November, so it's like literally closing in on a week, and I'm only like not even halfway there. I'd say I'd like maybe 30 to 40% of the drive, and I'm already exhausted from driving.
Let's wait for a question or two.
Somebody said, "How do you find an eBay?" I don't know if they're asking about the Justin boots, but there's usually a style number on it. It's I can't really get the camera in there, but it's like right there. It says style H1270. It's a size 8A, which is a narrow, so it's probably for sure for a woman.
I think it's saying how to find you on eBay. I don't really give out my eBay publicly, but like I put it in the green room and stuff, so you can go check it out. Anyway, thanks, Chris and Eric, says Donna Wester, Adam A517. Thanks, Chris and Eric. Let's get a couple questions going in here. Come on. Get a couple questions.
What's your story? That's a great question.
No,
you can find it if you really
I'll figure it
out. You can figure it out.
Yeah. Hard Picker's saying, how big is your garage? My garage is 2 cars and a little bit. Like there's 2 cars plus a tiny bit on the sides. But for the most part, I did the best with my, what I had. I have an eBay wall right here. You can't see it, but it's on that side. All this is gym and mirrors, and there's some skateboards in the back. We have 2 bikes that are temporarily right there because we're using them. And then I have workout equipment through here, and then back there, which you can't see, there are at least 10 or 12 more bicycles like on racks, and they're like double stacked and stuff. So anyways, here's a question. Tipo Dan 2. How many eBay stores do you have? 1, 2, or 3? I have 1.
One. I got 1. I got 2 accounts, but I got 1 eBay store right now.
Right. So I have 1 store. I'm at the $60 subscription thing a month. I think it's well worth it. I mean, with relisting, it's like a huge discount savings right there.
Brian Kingsbury, that's actually a really good question. Yeah, I do enjoy fixing with my hands. A lot of people think it's a waste of time, but I get a certain amount of joy out of it. And if I was comfortable enough financially to where I could have like a designated workshop or workspace, I've seen people do this where they just occasionally buy cars, fix them, and then they sell them just like as a hobby. I would love to do that. That's fun. I used to do it with motorcycles back in college, and if I could do that with cars in the future, I would get a lift though. A lift would be crucial for that.
Yeah. Melissa Francis says, do you mark your miles? How do you mark your miles garage shopping? I do, but all I do is I just zero out my odometer on a Saturday morning, and then I look when I come back from everything, the USPS and Taco Deli, everything. I come back home, I look at the odometer, and that's what I record.
Yeah, you got to remember to zero it out. That's you got to get in the habit of doing that.
I zero out my miles B. There's an A and B and like a normal, right, on your car. So I zero out my B. Adam A517 says, hey, Chris, what apps work best for you for bikes? Or is Craigslist better for you? Craigslist is one of the main places I get all my bikes from. If I was to buy them and resell them, I usually buy them from, I usually buy them from thrift stores, garage sales, and pawn shops, with garage sales being the #1 kind of way to get them. But that said, I never turned down a really good deal from Craigslist. It's just that you have to be really quick with Craigslist, right? A lot of bike hustlers in this town that snipe Craigslist all the time, some of which are in the green room, and I applaud them for that. That's a really good way to make money. That said, I have found other items on like places like OfferUp. What's the other one? Let Go,
OfferUp,
yeah.
5 Mile.
Oh, I found bikes from Nextdoor. That's a really good one.
Nextdoor,
so
yeah, there's
stealth,
so many
man.
of them.
Nobody ever suspects Nextdoor to make money, but that is one of the really amazing ways to make money. Is zero competition. Expand your search radius to like 45 neighborhoods or something like that, and then whittle it down to like classifieds only. Like dismiss all the lost dogs and cats. No one cares about that. Dismiss all the other stupid things, crime and safety, but just get classifieds. Like get that one filtered to your phone, and it'll just like show you every day. Update your email with all these cool classified things. I have sold things from light fixtures, bikes. What is the last thing? Oh, I bought an antique door from one like a week ago. Put it in my booth, just sitting there. Just all kinds of cool stuff. But this is like neighborhood stuff too. So Nextdoor is not gonna route you to some place that's like really far away. It's gonna be something within like 10 minutes of your house. So think about it. It's really neat. A couple other questions. But Craigslist is a really good place to get bikes. So Adam A517, if you live in a good bike town, Craigslist would be a really good bike. Swap meets. Like bicycle swap meets.
We don't have a ton of those.
Franken bikes is what they're called. Yeah, so those are really cool.
The bike cities will have the swap meets.
Yep. Dean Robinson, cereal marshmallows until a YouTuber flips cars, huh?
That's cool. No.
Okay.
You can make a YouTube channel about anything. Anything you're passionate about, you can put it on your YouTube channel.
Brian Kingsbury, when are you going to drop more detailed information on this Strela brand that you've developed, Bonafide? Yeah, this is the brand right here. Probably in another video. But yeah, I'm proud of the brand, and it's actually I sold my first Strela thing yesterday night. The very first transaction on the store, true transaction, not like orchestrated like demo transaction, but the first true transaction took place last night. So I was really pumped up about that. It's going to go out Monday. So shout out to Joe on that one. He was the buyer.
Chris, what is your primary means of income? I just say resale.
It's a lot of things. That's the thing. There's so many like
resale. Amazon, eBay booth. That's a pretty big one. Yeah. Yeah, that's categorized.
That's a pretty good one.
Resale.
There's that. I mean, there's merch. There's green room stuff. There's just a bunch. There's a lot of things, and that's the reason why people like me or Racquet or CP, like we like multiple streams of income, and we dabble into all of them, and then all at the end of a month come together, bringing us X amount of money. I'm not driven by money. I want to clarify that. I think money is important to have, but I'm not driven by it. I'm driven by experience more than anything. I'm driven by fun and passion and good friendships, like more than anything. When I get around Eric, do you ever hear me talking about money and Ferraris and yachts and condos and like views downtown? Like I don't care about that kind of stuff. I'm happy with the house I have. In fact, I want to pay it off and get it done.
Debt-free scream. Debt-free scream.
I want to do van life one day. I really do. I've always wanted to.
Talking about van life for years, and I'm like, my van life now is just like semi-van life because the goal is to go work and then to come back. Yeah.
So I value a lot more other things. Not to say that at some part of my life back in the day, I did care a lot about money. Right now I just realize like it doesn't matter to me as much anymore. So, but that said, if you're chasing money, then more power to you. I just know that to me, it doesn't make me internally happy. I know what makes me happy, so I chase that stuff, right?
Take Eric to Taco Deli for lunch. Been there, done that.
We did it today. We took him.
That'll be on.
I didn't take you to Taco Deli for lunch. We expensed it, but anyways. But yes, we were there today. Brian Kingsbury, where's Racquet been? I haven't seen him on your vids lately. Is Prof Sales replacing him? No. Prof Sales is another admin of the green room. Racquet is taking care of some things behind the scenes. Yeah, Racquet stuff, and he's doing affiliate marketing, but he's still in the green room and everything like that.
And he's not going to be in your vids if he's not here. I just came through. I'm here just because I'm passing through to go to California. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here.
Yeah, Racquet's been on his live stream, so he does live streams as well. He has also been on Thrift Battle number 2, Thrift Battle number 1. He just wasn't there on Thrift Battle number 3, but he'll be on Thrift Battle number 4. In fact, it'll be on his channel.
Yeah, he was in a softball game, hitting home runs.
Exactly. So Racquet's still there. I talk to him like nearly every day in the chat. So what is Taco Deli in Indian What is Taco Deli? Is it an Indian Mexican taco shop? It's a real interesting taco shop that has very pure ingredients, and it's known for its salsas and purity. And it's in Austin, Texas only. Oh no, it's in Houston and in Dallas.
More local sourcing kind of thing.
Yeah, and it's very local to Austin. They have one in Houston, one in Dallas, but a bunch in Austin. And their actual salsas are in Whole Foods now here in Austin. So that's pretty cool. Waxing Prophetic.
He's always on my channel.
Estate sales suck in my area. Hey, I think the same thing. I went to one yesterday, $5 for t-shirts. Yeah, no. But if the t-shirt's going to be something really cool and like super vintage or something like that, or
$5 is a deal for a Bones Brigade t-shirt.
I've paid $5 for shirts.
Did you pay for? I think you did pay $5. I
think it was $5 for that shirt.
The guy was like, I gotta get at least $5 for it.
Oh, I paid it pretty quickly.
He loved that shirt. That guy seemed to love it. He told us the history a little bit about it too, which was cool.
Yeah, I know about the Bones Brigade, but that's a flip that was like 3 years ago that I did. It was a t-shirt that sold for $170 or something. Anyway, I don't even know.
One of the biggest t-shirt flips you've ever done.
I think it is the biggest t-shirt flip I've ever done. Zahir Malik says the average millionaire has 7 streams of income is what I heard. Hey, you could have 1 stream of income and be a millionaire, but for the most part, and I could see how my parents have done it, multiple streams kind of helps. Brian Kingsbury, when is Taco Deli going to sponsor the Bonafide Hustler channel? That's a really good question. I don't know. But I know the head, not the head, but right under the head of Taco Deli. I talk to him all the time. You do enough advertising for them, do you get a cut of that cheddar? I don't. I just love Taco Deli. Even if they didn't give me a cut of anything, which they do now, they don't give me a cut of anything. Yeah. It's just good. It's really good. And the people in there are good-natured people. You can tell they got their stuff together, right? They're not some weirdos. Fireside 1, if you ever come to upstate New York, look me up. I'll take you fly fishing, either or both of you. Cool. Damn, dude.
Fly fishing is legit. That's one of the most artsy, difficult forms of fishing where it's beautiful. I've tried it, but I'm just not good at it. It's
beautiful.
There's a lot of tech involved in that.
Nancy Toka says there was an estate sale near me today, and it was so overpriced, even to buy for yourself. Now, here's the thing about estate sales. They're going to be really hit or miss. At least the ones here in Austin, Texas, super hit or miss. We were talking about this in the SUV earlier.
Yeah, you're going to invest a lot of time just standing in line at estate sales or doing the snake, because usually they route. Some of them, if it's super professional, they'll route you through the house. Yeah. Where you can go into these places, go into these rooms, or you're bumping into people. It's a big investment.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. With the more established estate sale companies here in Austin, Texas, you can come as early as 6 in the morning, and there's this tray outside with playing cards, right? And there's a rank to the cards with a number on the back. Every play, it's 1 to 52, right? So you get there and you pick a number. So if you pick number 1, you can leave and come back at 9 when it actually opens, or 10, and get in your position in line. So if you pick card number 1, go do your garage sales and all that kind of stuff. Come back and you bypass all these people online that have cards in their hand. If you're number 1, you get to bypass all of them. They can't say anything about it. So I don't like that about the estate sales. That's kind of annoying. I typically agree with Nancy Toka saying day 1 or day 2, typically the prices are much higher. And I think estate sales are good for people that don't have the luxury of having a lot of garage sales too, because garage sales are fast. You pull right up. There's no traffic. Estate sales congest the whole entire street.
Estate sales can be nuts.
Garage sales are quick. You're in, you're out. You can even do drive-bys. And estate sales, you can't do drive-bys. So it's
everything's impossible. Inside. Yeah, everything's inside most of the time.
Estate sales are congested inside too. You try to walk around these little hallways and stuff. It's kind of annoying.
And it kind of has a different tone to it because it's usually a death. Yeah. Garage selling is usually really pumped and happy, but estate sale, when I go, there's a different tone to it.
But here's what I don't like about estate sales the most is these estate sales companies are out to get the most money for the stuff that is there. So they're researching things on eBay and Amazon and stuff like that.
They're more professional.
Way more professional. Yeah. They're almost they're not expert hustlers, but they're right under that. And I don't like that, right? It's like paying a premium for something and waiting in line and killing all your time. I don't like it personally. It doesn't mean it doesn't work for people. It just means for me, I have better opportunities, and that's why I explore those better opportunities.
Yeah, there's a guy I met up with in Gainesville, Resell Rockefeller. His name is, the R has messed me up, and he's been buying estate sales since he was like 15 or 20 years old, and he's like 31 or 32 now, and it just works for him in his business model. So if you have an established company where maybe you can get a pick at an estate sale before like someone else gets at it, then it could work for you as well. And that's how he does it. It's amazing.
And it definitely pays. I've noticed that when I go to estate sales, in the past I would go to estate sales, like not all the time, but I would put it in my route, right? And I would see this like gentleman over and over. He was cool, kind of on the younger side. He owned the entire estate sale company. He was just neat to talk to, and we just talked about all kinds of stuff, not even like thrifting kind of stuff, right? But you get to know these kind of people over and over and over. And they see you one day and they're like, hey, what's up, Chris? Like, what you got? Make a pile over here. I'll cut you a crazy deal, man. Like, that is good. That's a great thing to do. If you want the estate sale to really work for you, try to meet the head of the estate sale, okay? Company. Like, try to meet the head and, befriend them, like bring them stuff, maybe coffee, something like that, and get good with them. And this applies to everything, whether you're doing a big box store. Clearly, like we have people in the green room that bring donuts and pizzas for big box stores like Target,
Toys R Us managers.
Yeah, and this is no different than like pharmaceutical reps bringing food to a doctor.
You want to bring value like if you're going into shop, you're usually not bringing much value to that employee. You want to try to bring some sort of value to that employee, if it's like giving them food when they're hungry or just doing a nice gesture. Gifts are always a nice gesture.
Fireside one says estate sales are good for me last day. I don't even go to last day estate sales. In fact, I hardly ever hustle on Sundays. I sell on Sundays if someone wants to pick up something like locally or whatever. Like I'll sell that, but I don't do much work on Sundays. I garage sale on Saturday half day. If I'm lucky enough, I get a chance to take some pictures on sometime Saturday. Start posting them on Sunday. But for the most part, I really think a weekend's really precious. Right? A weekend is a good time to spend it with a wife.
If you're not all self-employed, weekends are precious, but if like your whole family is self-employed, then every day is a weekend.
Yeah, I'm big on like life quality being like very good. Like without, who cares about the money aspect? Like if you sit there and you work right through your weekend, like that's all you do, and I do it because Gary Vee does it and all that kind of stuff. Like that's great, but you're gonna find a lot of your life passing you by. You're gonna feel very empty at some point. Something's gonna happen.
And everyone can't be a Gary Vee. Gary Vee probably.
He has admitted though that he has missed a large, substantial part of his childhood.
He's a person that probably, I don't want to say gets off, but like gets pumped from working. I get pumped from working on cars, and like I enjoy doing that. He probably just he gets this sort of fulfillment from it that not everybody gets. So not everyone can be a Gary Vee. Yeah, that's true, but you have to be cognizant of what you're trading. Okay, so like you can get immersed in something that's totally fine, but you have to, like, if me, I like mountain bike. I love surfing and stuff. But if I was to surf for 8 hours a day or mountain bike for 10 hours a day, I have to start thinking about other things. Like, how are my dogs doing? How's my relationship at home doing? How's my money situation looking? Because a lot of times you can't just keep pursuing that over and over and over without other things being affected. So to always keep that in mind. And a lot of times I think people do that with hustling. Like they hustle so much, like I gotta make money, and they're hustling and hustling and hustling and hustling. And then before they know it, their health is gone. They don't work out. They've lost the sense of like what truly means to be happy. So I don't want this to be philosophical, or I don't want this to steer that way, but I want to help you guys as much as I can, right? It's got like real deep.
It went from freaking estate sales to that.
Gary Vee and lifestyle and relationships.
Jen text 512. Chris, do you ever go to the bins, or is that not for you? It's really not for me, honestly. Like I've been, I think it's important that if you've never seen a bins kind of operation go down, go check it out.
It's a culture in itself. Just to experience is cool. I enjoy going to the bins once in a while, but it's not a daily thing for me right now.
Right. They used to have one close to my house, and I'd go to that every now and then. But then that one was gone, it disbanded, and it moved somewhere else. So now I don't.
I've done the daily bins thing before. It's fun.
It's kind of dirty. I think it's kind of dirty, and
it's a dirtier form of resale, just because the fact that you need like gloves and stuff, and you really have to get an eye, and you got to know the rules, you got to know the people there, you got to know the culture before you like start picking in people's carts.
Yeah. Heart Picker says, forget all that crazy hustling 8 hours, 18 hours a day, 7 days a week. What's up, Ronnie? Hey man, we want definitely get you onto a thrift battle at some point. So please hit me up if you're interested.
Yeah, he'll bring the clothing. He'll bring the polo bears.
That's what I'm saying. I want to see Ronnie battle it up, man. I guess that's pretty much I'll read a couple more comments here. Malik, who's going to be on the next thrift battle next week, thrift battle number 4. Networking, making friends in the right places is an art in itself. It's well worth mastering, though. So cool.
Yeah, I got him wear a vest.
Yeah. Heartbreaker says, I'm not a fan of the bins. I want to say he lives in Connecticut.
Yeah, he's up in Northeast.
Something like that.
Steve.
Pack a gun and wear a vest.
New England.
It's kind of like that. You know, it's very, very, very contact driven. For me, being a content creator, I wouldn't be able to vlog there. You're not supposed to.
Yeah, I have trouble filming in the bins. Like, I'm uncomfortable doing it. A lot of them are really against filming because of the competitiveness, or just, I don't know, just because there's so many people there all the time.
Yeah. So anyways, Adam8517 says, hey, you guys can come, so we can watch some football. Big game is just starting. Yeah, but we're probably going to, honestly, I'm getting this out of the way so I can put these things in bins into my car, the things that belong to the antique mall.
And I can
I'm going to shoot
in my car.
Yesterday's finds, which are in this thing down below. So if you didn't see yesterday's videos on this really cool haul I pulled from Savers, I was just going to go in Savers to buy a wig for myself for my Halloween costume, and I couldn't help myself, and I had to hustle first, right? So I go to the wig section, and I just feel antsy. I'm in the wig section. It's the very first thing I hit when I get into the store. I go into the wig section. I'm like, I got to find a wig for my stupid costume. And I find myself thinking, this is stupid. Like, what am I doing? Like, I'm looking at an $8 wig. This is dumb. Like, I got to hustle first. And so I just, like, left the wig on the ground.
I made like $300.
Yeah, I took my carriage around the store, and I made what I think future money is very good. But you can check out that. That was yesterday's video. It's one where that was shot in my living room.
Mine's uploading right now.
Yeah. But that's pretty much it. I am going to watch, hopefully there's a World Series game today, maybe tomorrow. I still have to catch up on Stranger Things #2. I got to watch that.
I did a bunch of videos.
I bought Super 8 on Blu-ray today. I love this movie. If you know what Super 8 is, best.
Not a hotel chain.
He's never seen Stranger Things the first season, so that sucks. But that's pretty much it. Anyways, Dean Robbins says, I like the videos, entertaining, but I got to go take care. And we got to go too. So guys, take it easy. Thanks for watching the channel. And I probably asked you in the beginning, but 2 things. Go get our free guide down below. It's the first link down below, okay? So if you want to learn about more things to resell and all that kind of stuff, I'm bread and butter items, guys. Like, I'm finding stuff today that's on that guide, so go check it out. First link down below. Second link down below is the actual link to the green rooms if you want to join it. And then after that, I want you to hit the like button. That's pretty simple. It takes no time, shows some support. If you want to go further into that, you can go check out my merch and stuff like that. Actual bona fide hustler, like cheddar weather shirts and all that. That's pretty cool. So, but yeah, this is the haul. I got to get it out of here. We'll see you guys later. CP, tell them bye.
Bye.
Later.